is calling me.
Exposed to a whole new world, and I went to this church that was overflowing with young people. They were outside, they were in chairs. It's like people were sitting up on the stage around Pastor Chuck.
I don't know if there was any kind of fire marshal on that man.
I just remember when I stepped into the tent at Calvary Chapel, and I heard the music, and I heard the message. It was a Bible message, it was clear cut. It was different because they spoke it in my language.
Calvary Chapel was in the midst of a great revival with disillusioned young people who were searching for meaning and truth, connecting them with Jesus and teaching them the Bible. The Jesus movement was spreading across California and the United States. An amazing new work had begun. Called the father of the Jesus movement, Chuck Smith had a Bible in his hand and a love in his heart for searching, restless young people. And God used him to reach thousands of kids for Christ.
God raised up Chuck Smith. He changed his heart. He opened his heart up to kids like me. And he began to have a kind of a church where these young kids, these hippies could come. And that was really the heart of the Jesus movement. And it was just a few that began to come. But the message of Jesus Christ grabbed a hold of their souls.
I remember the first time as I was sitting in church and Chuck Smith came out. You know, everyone up to this point was kind of young and cool and hip, so I thought, this is okay, I like this, this is all. It's still young people, you know, we have it all together. Because this adult comes up. Well, I didn't like the adults. I didn't like teachers. I didn't like authority figures. Here he comes.
Most of the kids in those days said you never can trust anybody over 25. That's one of the glorious things that the Lord did, is to help me to cross that generation barrier that did exist and to communicate to young people.
He sat in this little stool and he just opened up his Bible. And I remember his smile, just sort of beamed when he smiled. I thought, seems like a pretty happy guy for an old guy, you know. And then he began to teach the Bible. And what amazed me was I understood what he was saying.
Jesus is Lord. He's working in a mighty way by His Spirit, and all you have to do is receive Jesus into your heart as Lord and Savior, and He will do the rest. That's good advice. Let me tell you something. If you're going to receive Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you better get a move on.
The life and ministry of Pastor Chuck Smith, who reached a generation of hippies, surfers, and drug addicts in Southern California. Today, that same message has impacted the world, heeding the call to make the most from one life that now has passed, and knowing what he has done for Christ will truly last.
The love of God is greater for